Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So remember that time I didn't film for like 3 months? Yeah, this is where we're at now. So, if you're new here, if you haven't seen me in a long time, my name is Taylor. I'm 23. I live in West Virginia. I have a YouTube channel. Hi, I'm back. It's been a long time since I filmed. I just have a tendency to not film a lot in the summer. At least not film these kind of videos. I do film a lot of vlogs, which you guys can go check out on my vlog channel, which is always linked down below, but I'm even late on putting some of them up. I've been trying to catch up to the present with my vlogs, but yeah, I just don't like to sit down and film videos in the summertime. I like to be outside and doing things, and I'm also working, so when I'm not working, I like to enjoy my time off and go to the lake and be in the pool and all these things and not be cooped up in the house. But I figured it was time to film a video for you guys, and today is going to be an updates video, just telling you guys a couple little things that I have been doing over the summer. I tried to make this one a little bit shorter and not include every little detail of my life, just because it makes my videos super long. But just to hit on the main points and the main reasons why I haven't been here. Also, I got contacts back, guys. I finally went back to the eye doctor after like a year of not going and not having contacts. I haven't been to the eye doctor in like 5 years, and I finally went and got new contacts and new glasses. So you guys won't be seeing my glasses for much longer. As you guys know, if you watched my previous videos, my other ones were broke. So it was about time to go back, but I have contacts now and I can see and I love them. But that's one update. But anyways, we will go clear back to March, which is when I filmed the last video, and I just want to give you guys some updates. On March 9th, I celebrated 1.5 years of being clean from self-harm, which next month, next September, will make 2 years now, so I'm going to do a special video for that, which you guys will see. But yeah, I celebrated 1 year, 1.5 years of being self-harm free. I don't even know what the correct term is, but yeah. And then on March 15th, I lost a really good friend, Samantha Hendricks. Her parents and my parents were really good friends. My mom and her dad actually dated when they were in high school, and she got killed in a car accident, so that was really rough. And then a couple days later, about a week later, they actually found my neighbor George across the street, and he was also deceased when they found him. We just didn't think anything of it. He usually falls asleep. He was an old drunk, but he was so much fun. But he left his door open over there, and it was open for several days. Well, finally somebody went and checked on him and found him in there. And him leaving his door open was like a normal thing. He would just get drunk and leave the door open, and we just never really thought anything of it until it was open for like 5 days, and we knew that that was probably too long. We just wanted to go check, and they found him laying face down, and he was not breathing. So that was really hard. It was a very weird time, and before that I had lost a lot of friends too, so it was really hard. On April 1st, I cut all my hair off, which I cut about 8 inches off, and it's still pretty long. Me and Wes, my stepdad, went and had like a daddy-daughter date. We went and watched I Can Only Imagine, the movie. There's a fly in here, sorry. We went and watched I Can Only Imagine, and went to dinner to a Mexican restaurant, and went and got my hair cut. I'm swatting flies again, sorry. But yeah, I got a lot of my hair cut off. A lot of it's grown back too, but it's still pretty long, just not as long as it was. And then on April 12th, which was such a hard day, my cousin Colton passed away. He fell 30 stories off of a roof in Morgantown, West Virginia, or off of a balcony, sorry, in Morgantown, West Virginia, which is where WVU is, West Virginia University, and he attended there, and we still don't know exactly what happened, but he did fall 30 feet. Didn't break a single bone, but the trauma of the hit injured his brain enough to unfortunately kill him. So yeah, it blows my mind that he fell that far and didn't break any bones. it's very weird to me, but it did, you know, mess with his organs and stuff. So that is how he passed, and it was horrible, and I couldn't go to the funeral because I had to work, and it was just such a hard time. My family, I felt so bad for them. That was the first like really close cousin that I had lost, and he was such a good guy, and he was in a fraternity, and the school paid for his fraternity to come out to the funeral home, and just, it was so incredible. They had signs up all around the little college town, you know, of his, like, in memory of him, and his picture was posted all over, and it was so amazing, but such a sad thing, and I miss him so, so much. And then right after that, there was lots and lots of flooding in my town. They had roads closed down, there was water across the roads, they had rivers that were out into the roads. It was very, very crazy. There was lots of mudslides because of the ground being so wet. It was very, very crazy. So that was around the end of April. Then in May, the beginning of May, there was an Opry Mills shooting, which is where I used to live. If you guys didn't know, I used to live in Nashville. I used to go to Opry Mills all the time. It was my favorite place to be. Opry Mills and the Grand Ole Opry's there too. And it's just, it kind of blew my mind. I have family that lives down there. My dad lives not too far from Opry Mills, and he was stuck in traffic from it, and they had the schools closed down, and it was just insane, and it broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart, because that is like where I consider home, even though I've lived here my entire life, or pretty much my entire life. Nashville to me just feels like home. And so when that happened, it really kind of messed with me a little bit. I was sending out text messages to my sisters and my brother and my family down there, just making sure everybody was okay. Luckily, they all were, but it was just very, very crazy. And then on May 12th, not a super big update, but me and my friend hiked to the top of Seneca Rocks, which is a place here in my town. I'm not exactly sure how high above sea level it is, but you guys can go and watch that vlog. I vlogged it. It's gorgeous up there. I love it. And you guys can go and watch that, but it was super, super fun, and we had a blast, and it was quite an adventurous hike for us. I'm not in shape at all, so it was a little bit hard, but I made it. And then we also went kayaking, and it was so much fun. I also lost my iPod in her pond, because we went kayaking on the river and then came back to her house and went kayaking on her little pond that they have on their property. And I thought it was a good idea to take my iPod in there, and I did, and flipped the kayak as soon as I got in there, and now my poor little iPod lives at the bottom of her pond because we couldn't find it. But yeah, that was an eventful, crazy day. We went from hiking to kayaking that evening to just all kinds of crazy stuff. It was amazing though. It was so much fun. And then some more kind of tragedy came in the middle of May. One of my brother's friends on the 16th of May, he passed away. Jacob Harris was his name, and he played football with my brother. He was such a good kid. I loved him. He was so much fun, and just seeing those boys interact together was so much fun back in the day when they were kids. And I just remember when they played like Little League football, and they were just such little hellions, but they were such good kids too. And he passed away, unfortunately, and that was really, really hard to see my brother in a situation like that, where he had lost a friend and somebody that went to school with him, and it was very, very hard. And then also, a couple days later, on the 20th, so the 16th was Jacob, the 20th, my friend who graduated with me, Zach Rexroad, a dear, dear friend of mine, passed away. He drowned. They had been back at one of the rivers, one of the dams back in my town. Water was really, really high, and apparently somebody fell in, and he went in. He was a firefighter, and he went in to get the other person and got the other person out, but he himself did not make it out. And that was such a crazy night that I won't get into too much in this video. I will talk about it eventually, but I was down that way when the firefighters were looking for him, and he was missing for like 24 hours before they found him. And it was such a horrible, horrible night. I was at work when I found out about it, and it was just crazy. Things that shouldn't happen in this world. And it was just, it's so sad. And that really messed with my head. All these deaths that I've had happen this year, all friends of mine, all people that graduated with me. Samantha, that I mentioned earlier, she would have graduated with me. She graduated the same year as me, but she graduated in my hometown instead of the town I live in now. And then Zach, he graduated with me in this town. He was part of my class, and it was just, it blows my mind that all these young people are passing away like that, and it's devastating to me, and I don't want to talk about it too long because I will start crying, but that is a thing that happened that was very significant in my life this year. And then a not so significant thing, on the 25th of May, I finally bought an iPhone. I finally made the splurge and bought an iPhone. I live in the mountains where we don't have much cell phone service, so I've never had an iPhone. I usually just have a little Android phone and an iPod that I use, to text my friends, because, you can text from an iPod off of Wi-Fi, and I usually just do that because I don't live in cell phone service anyways. I live in the mountains. So I used to do that, and then I finally just said, you know what, I'm going to get an iPhone. So I went out 100% with my own money, and I bought an iPhone. It's an iPhone 6. It's an older one. But it works. It does the job. It's fine. And I love it. I will never go back to an Android phone. And then the day after that, my baby brother graduated from high school, which was so crazy. And this weekend he's going to college, which is a whole different story that I'll talk about later. But he graduated from high school, and it was so incredible to see him walk across the stage. Initially, he didn't even want to go to graduation because he's a guy and they don't really think of it. But we talked him into going, and it was just incredible to see my baby brother get his diploma. And we took plenty of pictures. And it was just so, so amazing. And I'm so, so, so proud of him. I can't wait to see what he does in college and just the man he's become. I've got to spend a lot of time with him this summer, and it's been incredible. I love him so much. He's my baby brother, and he's 18 now, about to be 19, and it just blows my mind, but I love him so much. So that was a really, really big thing. Sorry, I had to switch out my camera battery, but yeah, my baby brother graduated high school. That was the moral of that story. Then moving on to June, there was a lot more flooding that happened up here. You guys can go see that on my vlog channel too. Won't get too much into that. There's still flies flying around that are annoying me. And then on June 7th was the CMA Fest. My aunt lives in Nashville, and a lot of my family lives in Nashville. And I actually got to watch Darius Rucker and Chris Stapleton perform via FaceTime. So that was really cool. She FaceTimed me while she was at the CMA Fest, and I got to watch them, which was super, super cool. You see the fly that's right there on my face? So yeah, I got to kind of attend the CMA Fest in a weird way, which was cool. June 24th, I attended a wedding, a beautiful wedding of my friends Brenda and Rod. It was just a super great night. We had drinks, they had an open bar, and we all got drunk and started dancing and just had a really, really good time. And it was such a beautiful wedding. I'm so happy for them. Then on the 4th of July, we put off fireworks here. There was a parade down in town, which I also vlogged, so you guys can go and watch that. We went and had a little get together with some of my friends up at their house. They had a cookout and fireworks, and then we put off fireworks here after I got off work on the actual 4th. And yeah, so that was a lot of fun. The 4th is one of my favorite holidays, so we just put off fireworks and went night swimming and, cooked out and all that kind of stuff. Then July 7th, my brother came over. We had a nice cookout. My friends Trish and Tiffany also came over, and we just had a really, really fun night of, again, cooking and grilling out and being in the pool and swimming and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really fun, and I'm glad I got to spend some time with my brother and his girlfriend. That's the first time I had really been around his girlfriend a lot, and I really, really love her so, so much, and I hope they stay together. And then the rest of July has pretty much just been swimming and fishing and going to the lake and a lot of work. I've been working a lot, which I enjoy. I'm saving money to go back to Nashville, so I enjoy my hours. But yeah, I've just pretty much been tanning and swimming and working, and we've been cooking out as often as possible. I've spent a lot of time in the pool. I'm pretty tan. It's faded a little bit because it's been raining the past couple weeks, so I haven't been able to lay out, but I am pretty tan. You guys can't really see because I have my lighting up on my camera, but I am pretty tan. I'm pretty proud of my tan this year. I started really early, and yeah, so I'm pretty proud of my tan. Me and my uncle went to the shooting range a couple weeks ago and shot guns, and this past week was the county fair in my county, or it's a 3-county fair, but I went to that. I went to a Trace Atkins concert. He performed at the fair, and so I went and saw Trace Atkins. He was amazing. When he hits those low notes, girls, it vibrates your soul. Like, it's so good. So I went and saw him at the county fair and went and walked around my hometown and saw a bunch of people that I know. Saturday night, which today is Monday, Saturday night I went to the Derby, which is basically an adult version of bumper cars where people make these derby cars and they ram them into each other. It's kind of a very redneck thing to do, but I went and watched that and went and hung out with some of my friends and rode rides and all kinds of stuff at the fair, and it was just such a good time. This week I work all week, which is fine. It is what it is. And then this weekend I moved my brother into college. So that's pretty much the updates of what I've been doing. A whole lot of having fun, a whole lot of loss has happened this year, which I'm going to make a separate video just talking about loss and grief and all that kind of stuff. So you guys will see that later. But this summer has been pretty fun. I went to the lake with my friends up to a place called Mount Storm, and we went swimming up there and camped out and grilled hot dogs, and it's just been a lot of fun this summer. I have been working a lot, but I've also been trying to have as much fun as possible, especially because I'm planning on moving back to Nashville soon, so this might be my last summer in West Virginia for a while. So yeah, that's basically why I haven't been filming, what I've been up to. I'm going to start getting back into filming now. If you guys can see back there on my desk, I went and spent a whole bunch of money. I went shopping this weekend, so I want to do a haul on all the stuff that I bought. So that will be coming soon. And yeah, I'm back to filming videos. Hopefully, don't hold me accountable every time I say that. I end up disappearing again, but hopefully I will be back to making videos. I have a lot of videos planned for the next couple months. And yeah, I'm back. I hope you guys have been enjoying your summer and having fun and not working too hard and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but yeah, I am going to go. I actually have to go to work in about 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to go, and I will see you guys on my next video, which will probably be a haul video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye, guys.